Matt, it's so great to see you. I know it's been a few months.
Yeah, it has been a little while.
Yeah, and I saw in the group you recently launched on your site.
Yeah, we launched on our website back in, was it end of October, early November? It's a kind of a blur now.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
flew by, right?
yeah, it does.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man. Tell
yeah.
me a little bit about how the launch went.
I think the launch went well. I think the launch went well in terms of just kind of getting us out there. We kind of been talking about our product a little bit. There's been some talk about it. One of the thoughts I think I mentioned to you in the beginning was maybe to wait to launch until spring because it's just a good
Yeah,
time in terms of people purchasing product like ours. But we just kind of wanted to get the initial launch out there. So I think we kind of barely made it. We launched a little bit late there in the end of October, but I think it worked out well. Sold a bunch of covers and I think more importantly, got a lot of brand recognition. So a lot of guys that are in the industry that are pretty kind of big deal, kind of recognized our product, says it was a cool idea, established a really key collaboration through that. Um, and then also now a second, even bigger collaboration. So that first launch really, I think more than selling a bunch of product, although we sold some, really kind of sold us in a sense as a brand,
that's awesome.
So that was good.
That was really cool, man. I appreciate you sharing that, and congratulations on that so far. I remember
No,
you said
thanks.
there was really nothing like it out there, and you really did create a better mousetrap there, and it looks like people are
Yeah.
catching.
Yeah, no, thanks. It's good. We in our industry we're getting a little flack from a certain part of the industry, but it's a very small percentage, and it's the percentage that's dying, not growing, and so that's fine with us. And I guess one of my buddies said if you got a vanilla product, then no one would be either excited or upset, but because you got both people excited and upset, probably indication you got a good product. If it was just vanilla. Uh, no one would care, and that would be an indication it wasn't a great product. So we're feeling good about that too.
That's a really good point, Matt.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear about your experience. I know we spoke several times before you joined and worked with all of our team. I'd love to hear just an overview of your experience and how it went with the program.
yeah. My experience is good. I mean, to be honest, I was a little skeptical. I had touched base with another company in LA, and I don't know. I just the first time I'd done something like this, and my thought, with this first company in LA was, is this for real? Are they just going to end up stealing my intellectual property and selling it to someone and doing something? Am I really going to get what I paid for? Those sorts of things. But I saw LaunchBoom. I forget where I saw it, but I saw it somewhere. What was it? I should remember this. You probably want to hear this on your recording, but anyway,
It's all good.
anyway, I saw you guys somewhere, and I thought I'll give you guys a shout. Mainly because you're in San Diego. I have some family in San Diego. I like the area. I know there's a lot of guys that work in tech there, so I just thought, well, they're in tech and advertising and stuff, and maybe that'd be great. So my experience was good. I mean, I think I'm not the kind of person that would maybe spend the kind of money I did on the training. Maybe for other people, that's just a no-brainer. For me, it was kind of a tough pill to swallow, but I'm glad I did. I think more than anything, the launch boom process just helped me get started. It helped me start, and I think that with something like this, what I've learned is the most important thing is just start. I started another business last year in January, and it has like a year sales cycle on it. And we're now starting to see two or three, four of these things that we've been working on since, I don't know, March begin to pop up. And so another thing I learned there is just start and keep the process rolling. So I think more than anything, Launch Boom just helped me to start, and they gave me some tools to know how to do it. For a lot of things I didn't know where to go, what to do. So LaunchBoom helped me with that. The Facebook group is great. You know, Matt always responds like really quickly. It's got a good insight. The templates were good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much how many other questions you can ask, but just kind of thinking, kind of stream of consciousness a little bit. I think about that consumer based brand equity document early on. And remember talking with Matt and saying, hey, honestly, like the one you did was one of the better ones I've seen working on these things. And I think that's not as much a credit to me maybe as it is to you guys in some way, that you came up with a process and a tool that helped me to really galvanize my thoughts really well. And so, those kinds of things really helpful. So yeah, I think LaunchBoom really just, it helped me start and helped me get off on the right foot. Obviously in the end, I decided to kind of go my own way a little bit. I decided to launch on my site, and you guys did a lot of great work, especially connecting me with like the guys at Indiegogo. Stacy was so great. He followed up with me a couple times. I followed up with him. It was kind of in the middle of some of the craziness. But for a couple of reasons, I just decided, I think I'm going to try this on my own site. And I think I'm glad I did. I didn't go through the Kickstarter or Indiegogo route in the end. So maybe it was a little bit of I didn't get everything out of LaunchBoom process that maybe I would have if I went that way. I guess I'll never know. But yeah, I did that not because of anything that LaunchBoom, didn't do well or anything like that. It was just kind of a gut feeling that I wanted to do it that way, and so worked out.
That's awesome, man.
Anyway,
And yeah,
hope that'll make sense.
yeah, absolutely. And again, congrats on the success. Yeah, we recommend that people launch wherever they feel comfortable. Usually it makes sense to launch on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, but you absolutely, can direct that traffic to your own site as well. So it's good to hear, that went well too.
Yeah, I think one of the things the things that I learned from LaunchBoom are going to help me on this next step. Like, we're also launching a ledge cover product now, and we just actually did a big video shoot for that this past weekend in Long Beach. And the ledge cover, I think, could have as much or more long-term like sales and impact and kind of, in the industry, kind of transforming some stuff in the industry than maybe even the actual curb cover will. We'll see. But now I know what to do. So I'm talking to the guy that's helping me as a marginal CEO, CFO, and trying to figure out, are we just going to do a pre-launch for this thing? Are we going to use some of the same principles and just pre-launch this off our site? Are we going to get, are we going to get our, help our customers, fund this and be involved in it? Can we do that sort of thing with this product? Maybe we'll do it with the next one. So the process that I learned with LaunchBoom, I think I can use for other products. I have a third product coming out. Kind of want to get it out now, but I think I'll probably wait a quarter or so. But a third product's going to come out. I could do the same thing with that. So I think LaunchBoom taught me not just what to do, but how to do it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And as you know, like, this is lifetime access, Matt. So we can help you with the second, the third launch. That's never an issue. So you can keep hitting up the team, working with Matt and Soren and Jeff and Joe and Corey, and on anything you have moving forward.
Well, so that's good to know. So like in terms of like new products and stuff like that, stay in the Facebook group, keep getting input on things like that.
100%, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I may want to connect with you guys on the agency side, because the guy that's like the marginal CEO, CFO, I think I was telling you guys, he helped build this bike company that was purchased on a kind of majority share from Mark Cuban on Shark Tank, and he's been in Austin the last few years. And anyway, he's kind of doing his own thing, helping entrepreneurs get hard goods to market based on some of the things he's learned. And he's going to help direct, and he knows how to do some of these things. But I think in the end, he's going to recommend us hiring someone who really is going to focus on marketing and funnels and stuff like that. And so, maybe we can, if we can continue to work with LaunchBoom in that way, I mean, kind of building some of those funnels, and then maybe there's even a marketing piece. He really feels like if we can really narrow in our target audience and get the funnels that are working, he's confident that we can really build this thing beyond what I maybe originally had thought. So I'd sure be interested in talking to someone more about that. I don't know, what else would be included or what else I need to do. But
yeah, We can definitely have that conversation. I can loop you in with one of my colleagues on the agency side. It's always great when you have that kind of proof of concept. You've already had the pre-launch,
Yeah.
and then we have an e-commerce division, just
Yep.
strictly for growing your e-com, and then we also have, if you wanted to do another pre-launch and run through this whole thing, we have that turnkey option. So all those are on the table, but just so you know, we're in that consulting capacity, we're always here for you. So
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it may be actually really good to line up at some point. We're actually having another call on our strategic plan tomorrow. And then after that, we're ready to go kind of start executing on our 90-day goals. And so um, it might be great to line up a call with someone who could tell us, hey, here's what Matt's already signed up for and paid for. Here's what that includes. Um, and here's what else we can offer. And here's what that would cost. Because, he's got people that he's worked with as well. And he's in Austin. Obviously, we can work with anyone anywhere. But, you know, uh, it might be good to have that conversation with someone. So
yeah,
sooner than later.
we can definitely get that rolling.
Okay.
Definitely. I guess to wrap up on these thoughts on the program, is this something you felt like it was worth the investment? Would you recommend it to someone in your shoes?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I mean, like I said earlier, for a guy like me, as a first venture, it was a little, like I said, it was a little tough pill for me to swallow. Um, but, but I felt like I got good value out of it. And even like, I just want to mention too, like Jeff, Jeff was awesome. Jeff, like he hopped on a few calls with me. Soren hopped on calls with me, gave me his calendar invite, access to that. And I was just, I probably was bugging him, at one point, but like, Jeff helped me with a lot of technical stuff. So yeah, I definitely would. I think I got a lot of value out of it. And if someone else who doesn't know some of the technical aspect of things, kind of on the back end, I think LaunchBoom did a great job with that too. So yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, I was a little hesitant, but I think I definitely got the value out of what I paid for and then some, and it helped me. So I'm grateful. Yeah.
So glad to hear that. And you didn't bug him, man. Whenever I told the team on the call this morning, I said I'm talking to Matt Kaiser later. They're like, "Oh, we love that guy." So
Oh, cool. I'm
yeah,
glad to hear that.
yeah,
I'm
for
glad to hear
sure, man. No, it's been great seeing the progress, because I do remember we had several calls and you were like, I don't know, man, I don't know, Ian.
that.
And
Yeah.
just knowing that we're sitting here now, about I guess 6 months later or so with everything
Yeah.
going, I'm just
Yeah.
happy to hear it.
Yeah. No, we're excited. Yeah, we're excited. I think LaunchBoom helping us start basically helped us get our product out there. And from that came two key collaborations that have really put us in a great spot. Braille skateboarding it's one of the biggest things in skateboarding. In our country. It's like, well, not all over the world, but um, our curb cover is going to be we're going to be the third brand on their e-commerce website starting probably, I thought it started today, but it's going to be this week.
Wow.
Like we're making curb covers for them, and it's like Keen Ramps is on there, which is our other collaboration. And then Transformer Rails is on there. And out of all the other skateboard, element manufacturers in the country, we're there, we're number 3, And so, when people go on their website, they're going to look and they're going to see Keen Ramps, and they're going to see Transformer Rails, which are incredible, by the way. And then the Transformer rail guys, they commented on our first post and said, "Man, this is so innovative," and I couldn't believe it. And now our products are literally going to be next to theirs on Rail's website,
Wow.
and that's the kind of brand recognition stuff that we've had in the matter of a couple of months. So I think that's the other thing that somehow LaunchBoom helped us with, just kind of get started and helped us with tips along the way to where, it's not like, we've got some decent sales. It's not like our sales are like, out of control, but our brand recognition has been beyond what we ever thought it would be at this point. So
Amazing, man.
yeah.
It's an even better update than I expected, man. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I know, it's good. Well, I'm always a half full guy, so
yeah, that's so cool.
So take it with a grain of salt. Maybe it's not as good as I'm saying it is, but
No,
but it
it's
feels better than I thought.
well deserved. Well deserved, man. Here, one sec. Here, bear with me.
Yep.